Here's an introduction sa 5 must-have skills for a virtual assistant. So number 1 is, kailangan you have the communication skills. So if you will ask me, Coach, magaling ka ba mag-English? Hindi po ako magaling mag-English, pero I have the confidence na makipag-usap sa foreigner or sa international client, no? So kaya kong i-express yung thoughts ko, yung knowledge ko. And this is one part na kailangan nating i-assess sa sarili natin. As a virtual assistant, usually the act is tayo yung magbi-bridge, no, sa client, sa team members, no, or even dun sa mga clients ng mga client natin. So kailangan we are effective na makipag-communicate, that make sure na tama or naiintindihan mo yung task mo, alam mo kung paano mo i-update yung client mo when it comes sa project, and at the same time, yung mga interaction. Okay? Lalo na if you are dealing with the foreigners, so kailangan lagi kang straightforward when it comes to communicating with them. Okay? So BA needs to express themselves clearly, no? So clear ka ba mag-express ng sarili mo when it comes to written and verbal? So, kailangan i-practice mo yan. Or parang judgment tayo. Diba? He. So, hindi siya ganun. Especially sa isang foreign na client. Minsan, they judge you on kung paano ka mag-send ng message. So, kapag mali na yung spelling mo, automatic, even though you have the skills, they will judge you. I-judge ka na kagad nila pagdating sa communication. So, makikita nila yan kung paano ka mag-reach out sa kanila, kung paano ka mag-send ng message sa kanila. That's why kailangan yung tamang period, yung tamang capitalization, dapat alam mo siya. Okay? So, regularly update your clients on project pagdating sa progress. So, kailangan proactive ka and dapat informative yung mga sinesend mo na update sa client. So, you can utilize communication tools katulad ng Slack, kung yun yung ginagamit na communication tools ng client mo. Okay? So, no matter what job you have in life, mapapansin mo, 80% is the communication skills. 5% lang yung academic, 15% lang yung professional experience. Pero once you click or nakuha mo yung report mo sa client mo, then, yun yung mag-aano sa'yo, yun yung tatawid sa'yo, no? Para maging successful ka sa freelancing, no? So, dapat alam natin yan, dapat ma-master mo yan. And the most important thing, no, in the communication is yung maintindihan mo kahit hindi pa sinasabi. Pangalawang skill is yung time management. So, ayan, importante yan na maintindihan at ma-master natin. Okay? Kasi we are handling multiple tasks. At hindi lang basta task, kung hindi may mga deadlines yan. Alam ni Fritz yan. Kaya, diba? So, time management, napaka-importante. No? Kailangan maging efficient ka when it comes to time management. Essentially, for example, meeting client expectation. So, hindi mo minsan pwedeng sabihin na parang it takes me 4 hours to do this task. No? Pero ang ina-expect ng client mo is to deliver this result, to deliver this email, to deliver this deadline. So, napaka-importante na ma-manage mo yan. Alam ko pag mga mother, ayan, expert tayo pagdating dyan sa mga time management. So, one skill yan. So, you're ahead na. Okay? So, kailangan, to prioritize tasks. Kailangan mag-set ka ng realistic deadlines. Dapat alam mo kung na-assume mo na, na-calculate mo na yung deadlines, and then alam mo rin kung paano yung allocation ng time, lalo na sa mga certain project. Kasi these skills will ensure na ipapakita mo that you can able to handle workload kahit na hindi ma-compromise yung quality. So, as a practical solution, napaka-importante na you are familiar sa mga project management tools like Asana, Ayan, you can search about Asana, Trello, ayan, or Table, ClickUp. Ayan. Okay, so if you are also, ayan, sabi dito sa isang study, no, average of 28%, yung mga employees, they are, naggumugugol sila sa email. Okay. That employees spend an average of 28% of their work week on email, no, highlighting the importance of efficient time management. So, what does it mean? No. So, base dyan sa study na yan, sinasabi na kailangan maging efficient tayo pagdating sa time management. Kasi especially that we are handling tasks effectively. Just to avoid yung para hindi masayang yung oras natin, especially when we get a client na binabayaran tayo ng per hour. So, ayan. So, napaka-importante na alam mo kung paano mo i-handle yung oras. Kasi, yung oras, yan yung mag-give ng value sa ano man yung ginagawa mo ngayon. And the way you manage your time, it will identify the quality and the quantity na kaya mong i-deliver. Okay? So, time management, so napaka-importante niyan sa atin as a virtual assistant or aspiring virtual assistant. Okay, so just a tips, if you're familiar with the Pomodoro technique, so kung ikaw ay parang hindi mo pa kayang i-manage yung time mo, then try to do this Pomodoro technique kung saan it will help you focus yung mental mo and para matapos mo yung mga tasks mo. So, just a step, step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you can pick a task, and then from there, you can set 25-minute timer, and then work on your task until the time is up, and then take a break. So every task you can do that hanggang sa makapag-take a break ka ng 30 minutes. So you can try this technique. Okay? And then next skills is the problem solving. So as a virtual assistant, no, aspiring, napaka-importante na alam mo kung paano mag-solve kasi ikaw lang yung tutulong sa sarili mo. Okay? Lalo na pagdating sa troubleshooting. So, you have to go to, minsan, sa mga community or sa YouTube University. Pero napaka-importante na alam mo kung paano mo i-troubleshoot yung, for example, yung certain application. Kung paano ka mag-send ng ticket dun sa, developer ng application na yon. Okay, so, kasi marami tayong may encounter ng mga challenges at yung mga unexpected issues. So, kailangan alam mo siya. Kasi kapag nalaman mo na kung paano mo i-solve yung certain technical issues at kung paano ka maghanap ng mga alternative approach, then that will be your valuable skills. At karamihan sa mga clients, hinahanap nila to. Kung paano ka magbibigay ng value sa business nila when it comes to problem solving. So, hindi ka lang basta tech savvy, but nakikita nila yung critical thinking mo. And that makes you valuable para sa kanila. So, mahirap kang i-let go ng mga clients kapag alam nila na you are a problem solver. Kasi kailangan kanila sa business nila. Kaya nga, a report by 2025, no, marami ang talagang magiging top skills ang problem solving. Maraming workforces or mga company ang maghahanap sa mga VAs na marunong mag-solve ng problem. Yan ang kailangan, no? Forecast sa 2025. And then no, must have VA skills is yung technical proficiency. So, hindi ko sinabi na maging developer ka, di ba? Mag-coding ka. But, you can be a tech savvy by having your personal Gmail, and then lahat ng mga tools na makikita mo, no, mag-login ka, mag-sign up ka, and then from there you study. Kasi I believe alam mo yun, maraming mga pangalan yung mga app, pero same lang sila ng interfaces. Same lang din sila ng sinusolve na problem sa businesses, 'di ba? So napaka-importante niyan na as a VA, you have already various online tools na alam, software and platforms para matulungan ka na magtrabaho efficiently at ma-enhance yung productivity mo. Kasi it will help you. No, hindi lang basta matutulungan ka niya, but once you are tech savvy or you're comfortable, tataas yung value mo. When I say value, tataas yung rate mo, tataas yung offer na pwede mo or yung services or yung packages na pwede mong i-offer sa client mo. And some of the VAs, ito yung namimiss. Kasi pag feeling nila mahirap na ayaw na nilang isolve. Pero that makes us stand out. No, lalo na ngayon, marami ang naghahanap ng mga tech VA. No, so kailangan hindi ka matakot sa app, no. Dapat subok lang ng subok, no. So para maging proficient ka, you just learn, no, to navigate yung mga yung mga bagong application, lalo na may mga free trial yan, no. So it's okay to um to log in, sign up for the free trial para matuto ka. So once natanungin ka ng client mo, do you know this application? You already know. That's your advantage. At magiging edge mo yun para i-hire ka nila because you already know that application. Right? So available yan. So free yan. So free yan para i-experience mo. So wala yung bayan. So take advantage. So take advantage. This. Ayan. Sabi dito sa Burning Glass technologies. So marami talaga ang mag-hire ng mga VAs na maraming alam pagdating sa digital skills. Kasi mas magiging competitive yung rate nila. No? So hindi lang, take advantage natin na itong mga tools na to, these are not just only for convenience, para maging productive tayo, maging smooth yung workflow natin. But take this as a competitive advantage. Right? Tapos makikita mo pala, ay, ito lang pala to. Ay, parang ano lang pala to, Skype lang pala to. Diba? So take advantage. Now, and last is the client relationship building. No, so building and maintaining positive relationship with client, ito yung pinaka-fundamental para mag-succeed ka sa virtual assistant mo. So, we'll never know eh. We'll never know, no? Kapag ang client na satisfied sa trabaho mo, they will recommend you to another client. They will recommend you sa iba, no? At doon ka magbi-build ng network mo, no? So VA should actively listen to client needs, provide regular updates, and ensure that client expectations are met. So paano mo ba malalaman na nami-meet mo yung yung expectation ng client? Of course, by asking question, 'di ba? Of course, by bukod sa mag-a-ask tayo ng question, of course, kailangan makipag-communicate tayo. Regular check-in. So ito po hindi ang client mo ang magtatanong sa'yo. Dapat you were able to provide information and to ask questions para malaman mo, maintindihan mo kung ano ba yung gusto ng client mo. Ano ba yung ina-expect ng client mo na ma-produce mo? Ano ba yung ina-expect ng client mo na ma-deliver mo? Okay? So, ganun. Kasi minsan may mga client na they don't know. Diba? Tapos magugulat na lang tayo. Parang, bakit hindi ako nagusto ng client? Because you don't deliver the result because you don't ask, right? So this is important because you are building trust, no? Kaya kailangan maging effective yung communication mo sa kanila and you can deliver high quality work para ma-foster yung long-term relationship nyo. Okay. So, Interact RDT says that 69% of the managers believe that regular, effective communication is the most important factor in building a strong client relationship. So, napaka-importante niyan, no? Na it would be regular, no? At hindi lang basta regular, kundi maging effective tayo. Kasi, tutulungan natin yung business nila eh. And if they see us as an asset, I bet the opportunities is endless. No, I have heard some stories that some of their BAs, they invited them, 'di ba, dun sa US just to be with them. just to fit them. Because those VAs, those freelancers, hindi lang sila naging friend, but they become an asset to the company.
Okay.